Hello everyone, I am PyroFalkon and this is Evil Genius 2. In the last episode, we're going to just rewind reality from it and pretend it never happened. And now we're shooting Western Hammer with Void to attract the parasites, and here they come immediately. This time, we're not going to be so dumb about things. Gonna get everyone to the conference table here to kind of chill out, and then once the parasites arrive, we can take care of them. Things are going to get pretty dicey here for a minute, because we're going to have to just eliminate all of these jerks who are invading our island, but then everything should be just fine. And for once, I'm starting my recording session of the day, and I actually feel pretty good. Usually I'm just confused when I start a new recording set. Is that Steele? Oh gosh. I mean, the parasite? Okay, everyone, get over here. We're not messing around. Okay. Zalika decided that she wants to... Yeah, I was gonna say. She decided she wanted to go to the front line, which was not smart, but it's alright. We're gonna just... We'll just do a little bit of minion management. There we go. Okay, that parasite's finished. Everyone back to the table for a second to restore your stats. And then we'll be ready for the next wave. I'm also probably going to have to restart my game because I haven't changed any settings on my... I haven't changed any settings on my game. Sorry, I was distracted by Dr. Ming's taunt. And despite that, there's no sound effects? I mean, there are the gunshots, but not the alarm for being in high alert, so I don't know what's going on. But anyway, it doesn't matter. We've got a ton of guards on their way, so we're gonna have a fight here, just like we had the last time. But this time our positioning is a little different, because we were a little deeper in the hallway. But I think this is actually for the best, because there's a lot of gunners in the back who are taking pot shots while the henches and some martial artists are in the front. It's almost like my people are using tactics. I would credit them, except I have a feeling that was just a coincidence. Alright, we got 2 more to deal with. Nope, 4 more to deal with according to the number. I just have to keep an eye on Zalika so she doesn't... Alright, let's flag these people to die. I just have to keep an eye on Zalika so she doesn't get too close to the front line, which she did immediately. Fall back. That was a 70 hit point punch.
Good thing I have hardware to...
There we go. Now you can go up and start shooting. There you go. Alright, 2 more are alive. There's this one and this one. I guess he's stuck behind the door. Good job. Okay, everybody over here. And we'll just force this door open. Come here, Zalika. There you go. Come on, step forward. There we go. Yep, there we go. See? All you have to use is some semblance of tactics, and then the AI cannot stop you. One more shot. There we go. Suck it, Foxworth. Red alert canceled. Really? Because according to the according to the objective screen, you're finished off for good, which is fantastic. So you stop traveling around the world.
And that just about closes the book on John and Jane Steele. It's a lot of bodies, Miss Foxworth.
You've destroyed my agents, but you'll never capture me. I'll rebuild the Steele program, and when I do...
No, I don't think you will. You fought to preserve and honor the memory of the original John Steele. Against me, you have failed on every single level. I know that. And you most certainly do. I don't need to kill you, Miss Foxworth. Without the Steele program, you're already dead to me. Farewell.
Ha ha ha. Especially since she's all, you give my life meaning. Yeah, well, what's the meaning of your life now? Alright, so with that finished, okay. I'm going to go with a popular comment that people have been asking me to do in the comments, and that is to recruit Wrecking Bola. So first we need to run through all of her objectives.
The greatest spy in the world.
What? I'm probably no match for the real John Steele. Too bad you didn't have him. Anyway, we're going to deal with Wrecking Bola here. We have to go through all 5 of her missions then, including the recruit mission. Wrecking Bola, Saber's master of demolitions, has decided to bust your operation open. Fend off her initial attacks.
Hey, big brain. I've been seeing you make trouble out there in the world. You're having fun?
Am I supposed to know you? You're talking to me like I should care who you are.
Nah. Most people don't learn the name Wrecking Bola until they are standing in the debris of their lives and asking the other survivors, what just happened here?
Maybe that would intimidate most people, but I'm not most people. So all I have to say to you is, get in line.
Yeah. Well, we'll just do some basic quests here because she is not a threat, as always. And the next time skip will probably be at the end of this first quest. Hello, Wrecking Bola. Welcome to the base. You're not worth me tagging or using a red alert or calling in the henchman. Because I don't think you're gonna... Yeah, you're getting the crap kicked out of you. I mean, sure, you've knocked down a couple of my dudes, but no one I can't easily replace. Whatever.
You promised debris and destruction, Wrecking Bola. And yet, curiously, my lair still stands.
I got in pretty far though, didn't I, big brain? Farther than you thought anyone could get.
You made a mess and nothing more. I can clean up a mess and make it look like it was never there.
It's funny you should talk about making it look like something wasn't ever there. Because that's what I do when I go up against people like you. See you around.
In other words, we're going to act like you were never there. Yeah, that sounds about right. Establishing a wrecking order. Wrecking Bola has taken an interest in your organization, which is never a good thing. You need to show her right away why you're the wrong person to mess with.
Boss, I've been reading up on Wrecking Bola. You know that crackdown in Mogadishu? That was her. By herself.
If allowed to run rampant, it sounds like she could be quite the thorn in my side. So we'll nip her now.
She's chewed up whole governments. How do we get her to engage on your terms?
She's a stealth-based demolitions expert who can't resist a high-profile target, is she not? So if I build one, she will come.
You know, if anyone could have used the ability to teleport in the base, it's Wrecking Bola. Because I'm trying to think of ways to make her actually difficult. And I think the best way you could make her difficult would be to allow her to not only teleport, but if she swings her hammer at an object, it is guaranteed to break. I mean, she'd be frustrating, but that's sort of the point, right? She's supposed to... If she's a super agent, she should be allowed to mess with stuff. And I think you could even excuse it by saying, like, she uses her giant hammer to bust a hole in the side of your camp, or your cave, your volcano, whatever you want to call it. And then she is able to break her way into the side room of your building. And then take you out that way. Like, so, you know, it makes sense with Symmetry being able to teleport, but with X, it never really did. Because there was no storyline reason for it. With Symmetry, it's like, oh, she snuck through the ventilation system, and She Ocean's 11'd her way to the interior of your base or something like that. And so with Bola, she could have wrecked her way through and made her own Bola-sized cavern to get there. But then that would have made her, first of all, more interesting, second, more threatening. Especially if they, for example, programmed her so, like, she could bust in through the side to get to your power room, or even better, if she could bust through any point in your entire base. So, if she could bust through this wall, and she could one-hit all of my power generators, then that would absolutely wreck my crap. She would be extremely annoying, but she'd be interesting, because then we'd have to try to figure out how to stop her, and it would necessitate keeping the most important objects in your base internal to the layout of your base design. Instead, she just always has to walk through the front door, and she gets stopped because she's weak and her saboteurs are garbage. So toothless. Anyway, I mean, I obviously it's way too late by the time I'm recording this, and obviously by the time you're seeing it. Evil Genius 2 is finished and done with. Rebellion's not doing any more to it. But I'm just like, man, there was such a missed opportunity with a lot of the super agents for various reasons. And why did I design it this way? This should be centered. Why did I... Whatever, we're going to move it over here. Also, why am I out of techies? Oh, I do have 15. Oh, probably a bunch of them are heading to the world stage. That's what's going on. That's fine. But yeah, so it's, again, if you've seen some of my other stuff, I've said many times, I am no game designer, and some of that crap can be hard to program and everything, and, you know, whatever. Maybe the developers had their own ideas. Maybe they wanted Wrecking Bola to be super easy and be your least impressive opponent or something like that. Because Blue Saint and Wrecking Bola pretty much do the same thing, but Blue Saint's even more annoying because he can at least turn invisible easily. Anyway, my point is that I'm no game designer, but I can usually feel when something doesn't feel right. I have trouble in games thinking up original concepts, but I feel like I can figure things out enough. Why did you just start punching my socialite, you asshole? So I can at least try to improve it when something feels weird. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know how easy. I just think that would have been more interesting. Anyway, we're going to keep embarrassing Wrecking Bola and slowly work her to our side. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to wind up attracting symmetry here because I really want this. And we still haven't tested the trap set that I have over in the vault. So I'm going to do this mission even though it will get her anyway. And she's... That's fine. I don't need to disrupt her team. It doesn't matter. In fact, if anything, I'm just going to run another mission here. So... Come on over, Symmetry. I don't think my traps are really going to do that much damage. I just want to see exactly how this is going to go down for me. Because we have all the soapy traps. Okay. Well, they managed to shut down my cameras. I'm not going to... Oh. Oh, guards. Wait, they didn't shut down my cameras? Oh, yeah, yep, yeah, they did. There it is. Let's get that out of here.
A trap has been triggered.
Wonder if it was just the one. Oh, yeah, but we have all the safes. I don't know if they can even steal anything. Because I never have allowed them to get this far before, so... Oh, they must have stolen something, because I think my gold capacity was 2.8 million. Now it's down to 2.7 million, so they must have... Oh yeah, they got a few. They got a few right here. That's okay. They haven't seemed to be able to do much more than that. I'm just curious what they're going to do. And we're going to have a quick ad break, and when we smash back, we will know what they have done. Alright, so we're back, and now they're walking on the traps. They're disabling them immediately. See, this is what I don't like and have never liked about Evil Genius 2. Well, okay, a couple of them got tripped up. That gave us some free shots. Yeah, this still isn't getting anywhere. I mean, it might be a little late for this campaign, but now what I want to do is go through it to the... I better get everyone over here. I kind of want to change this over into the aperture science stuff, and then put a bunch of turrets down. And then if I flag that as a kill room, then they will be shot immediately. But I'm also like, does it really matter at this point? I think I would need a little bit more room because of the radius of the turrets. But so, I don't know. This might be fine. It doesn't matter. This just isn't working as I kind of wanted it to, but that's okay. I mean, I guess in future runs I should do the aperture science thing sooner, because the aperture science quests line is easy. It's a little time consuming, but it's pretty easy, and I think the reward is money. So during the early game where I tend to run out of cash pretty quick, I think the aperture science quest set would be good. Plus, then we get the portal, which really does help in a strategic position to move people around quickly. With this current base, I could set up a portal here and take it all the way over here so my henchmen can get across the entire base very quickly. And that would still be secure enough that I don't think any enemy could really take advantage of it. And I'm tempted to do it now, but we're so close to the end of the game at this point that it would take me just as long to do the friggin'... It would take me just as long to do all the aperture science quests as it would be to just beat the game at this point. You know, thinking about it, I could do the aperture science ones and just time skip over all of them. Because as much as I always want to show off the cutscenes and the quests and everything that I do, the aperture science quest set isn't very interesting to watch, and the cutscenes aren't that great. There's not a lot going on. So if I just time skip it, it wouldn't take me very long, and then I can get those tools and not make you all sit through it. So maybe that's what I'll do. Once I get Wrecking Bola flipped, because right now we need to do a research project for her. And boop. I think I'll even send Zalika over here to help out.
If your minions are this easy, I can't wait to face you. Is this supposed to be a challenge? I had a harder time getting up this morning.
A scheme has succeeded.
You know, I'm going to come back and just show that I care so little about her that she's taunted me twice now while I've been looking at the world stage, and I just don't care. The world stage is more important than she is. Alright, Zalika, let's get you back to the table. And, how is Bola doing? Let's see. She's down to about a third of her health. Yeah, this isn't even worth me calling an alert or calling in the henches. Or she's being attacked by bees. There she goes. The super agent suffers another defeat. It's Tuesday.
I don't know why I've attracted such ire from you, Wrecking Bola. I'm just a humble hotelier.
I've never seen a hotel with half the features yours has, big brain.
If you know what amenities I offer my guests, then maybe you should reconsider what you're doing here.
Oh, wait a minute. Something's funky with my video capture. Hold on a sec, folks. Let me see if I can fix that nonsense. This is a quote 27. No, it's still a little chunky. I may have to restart my computer. Has it been doing this all day? Because if it's been recording like that all day, I'm gonna be annoyed.
Don't think so. I'll be back. And I left you a few presents to keep you busy while you wait for me. Until then, careful which doors you open, big brain.
Let's see how chunky that is. Yeah, it's a little chunky of a frame rate. I'm probably gonna have to... Well, you'll know, because you'll probably know by now if I've had a chunky frame rate this whole time. I'm gonna restart my computer. Windows just had an update as of today, and I had to re-download a whole bunch of drivers for NVIDIA. So, I have a feeling something went wrong in there somewhere, but you know what? I'm gonna just play this out instead of worrying about it right now. We'll just have a chunky frame rate for an episode. Why not? Alright. The Brave and the Bola. You now have Wrecking Bola's undivided attention. Keep your operations afloat as she and her agents attempt to infiltrate and undermine you at every level.
You thought angering me would make me go away, big brain? Makes me wonder how big your brain actually is.
It's big enough that I have to cram it into this giant upside-down fish tank bowl.
You started a fight. You can hardly be surprised that I took steps to end it.
Everything you've built is the fight. You are everything I've spent my life trying to fix.
What are you trying to fix, exactly? Ingenuity, ambition, an unerring sense of fashion.
There's no fixing you. All I can do is build something newer and better on the rubble.
Did the frame rate fix itself? What the hell are you doing, computer? Alright, it still needs a restart, but we're gonna finish out the episode first. Time to divide Wrecking Bola some more. Dr. Ming gassed Wrecking Bola to death. Or, at least unconsciousness.
So, Wrecking Bola, you took your best shot, and yet I don't appear to be fixed yet. Care to try again?
Wow, the frame rate looks even worse now.
You barely survived what I did to you. You would not survive a second time.
Your grandstanding is commendable, but the effect is diminished when it comes from someone I've beaten.
Please, you haven't beaten me. This time next week you'll be gone, and I'll be home playing with my dogs.
Dogs, I see. Well, Bola, next time we meet, do remember, there was a time when you could have walked away.
And she won't be walking away from the Reckoning. It's time you deal with Wrecking Bola once and for all. Devise a cunning plan to take her down, then lure her to the island so you can spring her trap.
You know what I can't stand about you, big brain?
I bet if I stay quiet, she'll come right out and tell me.
You think I don't want the world to change too? You think I like things the way they are? I crawled inside the big machine of the world so I could fix it. And what I don't fix, I break. Permanently. You want to topple things you need to be inside. Outsiders like you, you're all just thugs, so down you go.
Yeah, you can try. Just need to do a science research project and then we'll finish you off.
According to my calculations, you're doomed.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure to taunt everyone now before I take them out. What a cute puppy that I apparently pointed in the wrong direction.
A trap has been triggered.
Yeah, well, here's gonna be another trap that'll trigger in just a second. You suck, Bola.
Interrogation success.
A woman sees a broken machine. She crawls inside to fix it, and along the way, she becomes another cog. When you're gone, which will be very shortly, that's the story of Wrecking Bola people will remember.
Spare me your gloating. I know I'm done. Just tell me this, Big Brain. What did you do with the dogs?
I will step over 1,000 bodies to get what I want. But I have my limits. The dogs are fine. But momentarily, no one will ever be able to say the same of you. Goodbye, Wrecking Bola.
And hello, Wrecking Bola, one of us. Word on the street is that Wrecking Bola is still alive and could still be an asset to your cause. Send out some minions to bring them to your side.
Side story begun.
Even though we're still in the process of cleaning up her body, she is somehow teleported to the world stage, and we will go fetch her now.
Online.
Alright, I have Wrecking Bola now, and there's no cutscene, but she will be arriving to the island very shortly. There she is. Contemplate, down but not out. Wrecking Bola takes some time to contemplate from their past mistakes for recovering their stats. Fortify applies a buff which greatly improves their resistance to damage over a short period of time. Oh, sweet. Okay. Well, get over here, Bola. We've got some problems in the casino. Well, there she is. She's whacking the soldier with her hammer. She's doing a pretty sizable amount of damage, too. Damn, Bola, you might be better as a henchman than you ever were as a super agent. Well, I guess as a super agent you were useless, so... Oh, that's right. Oh, that's why they have the contemplate thing. Because she can't sit at the conference table, so this is the only way she can get her stats back. Interesting. Do you feel the regret now, Bola? You bitch. Alright, so... Oh god, the frame rate is so terrible. Alright, I guess even though we've only got 5 minutes left in the episode, I'm gonna try to fix this. Give me just a second here. Okay, I think I got it working. And we're escorting those soldiers, or some soldiers. I can't remember if the soldiers made the cut for my videos or not. We're escorting them over here. So I'm going to do what I had mentioned before. I'm going to run the Aperture Science quests. I'm going to set up our testing center up here. But I'm going to do those off camera in a long time skip because they're not very interesting to watch. They won't take very long, and I don't think there's going to be anything really happening at the base during that. So we'll just cut here, and we'll have a big ol' Aperture Science Center when we come back. That took longer than anticipated, but now the vault hallway is... Let's just say it's ready for symmetry, so I'm going to start going after her now. Actually, no, what I should do is pursue the final loot that I need. Crap, what do I need to do for that one? Thank you, IKEA. I need Roswell That Ends Well, and it should be unlocked now. Let's see if it is. There it is. Roswell That Ends Well. Area 51, the legendary Air Force Base, is rumored to harbor powerful alien technology that you could use to augment your evil schemes. Find it and clean it out.
You previously served in the American Air Force, didn't you? What do you know of Area 51?
I did, but it was always above my pay grade to know much about it, other than the fact that it exists.
Well, I'm paying you a good deal more now, so it's time for you to learn.
Learn what?
Where it is. What kinds of alien technology are being kept there. And how you're going to bring it all to me.
Alright, first we just need to do a little bit of research, but I'm running out of time for this episode, so I'm not going to be able to finish this off today. However, I am eager to... You know what? Let's just lure Symmetry here and give her targets a little... Or give this a little testing. I guess what I should do is I need to flag this room as a kill zone. And then... I mean, I guess in theory she could get around it. Let's flag the vault as a kill zone as well. And I see that you disrupted my camera symmetry. That's very naughty. Wrecking Bola is just passing by symmetry. Uh-oh, here we go. Okay, that's not really... There we go, now we're getting somewhere. Oh, I guess I should set these to always rebuild, just in case they wind up getting destroyed. Yep, just in time. I had a feeling the turrets aren't going to be all that strong. I mean, defensively. What kind of hurts is that they teleported into the far vault, this vault where I don't have any traps. I could fix that if I wanted to remove some space from the vault, but I'm happy with the way things are. I guess what I should have done is try to build the vault around the traps rather than the other way, or like rather than building the vault first and then trying to build some traps to make it fit. It would probably be a little bit better off, but it's fine. I mean, symmetry's not even really going to be a problem much longer. That's what I think that's my main complaint with Evil Genius 2, that the way the game is designed, traps are rendered pretty irrelevant. In Evil Genius 1, because of the minion cap and the strength of the enemies, even on normal difficulty level, having a good trap network was crucial for keeping the enemy agents contained, because they wouldn't just gather in a casino and be held there. But with Evil Genius 2, traps are less relevant because, especially for the teleporting super agents, because you can just take them out so quickly that it doesn't matter. They're not really that much of a threat. I think that's it. Because in Evil Genius 1, all 5 super agents were a problem, and trying to control one at a time wasn't that tough if you had enough people to cover it. Once you had like 2 or 3 super agents, you were kind of finished. In this game, that's still largely true, but only because they would thin your forces. If you have just a single super agent, though, they can't really disrupt your whole situation in this game. Except, I guess, Olga. Olga's pretty tough, but even then, as long as you have the manpower, you can usually weather her storm. I don't know. But anyway, that's all I have time for today. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow for another episode where we will finish off Zalika's achievement and possibly start beating on Symmetry.